Cheers, Internet. We're back. Sorry it's been a while. I've missed each and every... Okay, fine. There's only one of you. But I've missed you. Really. It's been lonely. So we came to you last season from the East Coast with Phil and the rest of the crew. This year we've managed to shift left. So the Games and Ferrets managed to come with us. We wanted to keep sharing the joys of gaming with you guys, but in a new way. So instead of doing large-scale groups with large themed sessions like the Whiskey and Flux that we did last year, we're going to focus more on a 2 to 3 player session. Sometimes we're going to do larger groups. We may do some kind of niche party games, how to play a party game that isn't just who can yell the loudest. Some of those large-scale games that we might occasionally do would be things like Ultimate Werewolf, Wits and Wagers, The Resistance, Avalon, and one of my family's favorites, Reverse Charades. But we really want to focus this new season on what to do, what to play, when you only have 2 or 3 people. Beth and I moved out here. There's only 2 of us, so we kind of had to scramble and, meet some new people, but at the same time try to find some games to play when it's just us. We're going to focus on either making a mod ourselves or evaluating mods that exist, as well as playing the ones that are already defined for 2 to 3. Some of the examples that we actually brought with us today, Ravels of Catan is designed exactly for 2, Mage Wars, etc. Then you've got ones that are larger that just happen to work for 2, like Stone Age. Now, as for location, you may have noticed that we're not exactly in the Luscious Theater anymore. We're actually coming to you from one of our local game stores. It's called Around the Table. It's a gamer pub. That means they've got beer, games, and in this case, even some ice cream. So, very, very nice place to go. We actually come down here 3 days a week. We're doing deck building on Sundays. We do worker placement Tuesdays, and we do co-op every Thursday night. Huzzah for shamelessly plugging our own meetups. A huge thanks to Tim, Nick, and the whole crew down here at Around the Table. Not only do they run a really pleasant, family-friendly shop, but we're always finding new games, new beers, new ice cream, and sometimes some new pizza as well. So come on down!
Come on down!
Whoa! Speaking of beer, I'm thirsty. Beth, can you go get Tim? So, what do we have for beers on tap right?
So let's see, we've got the local brewery, Big E. We have their root beer, which is delicious. We've got the Anderson Valley Bourbon Barrel Stout.
Okay.
We've got Schooner Exact's Gallant Maiden Hefeweizen.
Okay.
We've got Ninkasi's Tricera Hops, nice hoppy IPA. From Virtue Cidery, the Percheron, which is a Norman-style sour cider. And there's one more too. There's the Flemish sour beer, the Duchesse.
Duchesse. Excellent.
There we go. That's all 6.
I think I'm going to go with the Bourbon Barrel Stout.
All right. I'll bring one right in.
Hello Internet, this is Bethany here. I would like to point out that we have wonderful full tilt ice cream here at Around the Table with 16 different flavors and various flavors in hand-packed pints. I think we're going to take advantage of that right now and order us up our special new menu item. It is 4 chocolate chip cookies, freshly baked to order, with a couple of scoops of ice cream on top. It is delicious.
So, that said, we talked about how we're going to move into a lot of different 2-player games now, 2 to 3. Sometimes we'll have a 3rd player join us. Beth, you want to go over some of the games that we're going to be playing?
Sure. It's really hard when there's 2 of you, not counting my multiple personalities. They cheat a lot, so I don't like to play with them. We like to play a lot of, larger games. Sometimes the rules that come with the game are not particularly good for 2 players. Like, they have you kind of put an imaginary 3rd person. So we're trying to come up with mods that work a little bit better, as well as just bringing to light some of the maybe less known 2-player, strictly 2-player format games or games that just happen to work really well with two-player that you might not expect. Coming down the pipeline, I would like to see us play Tigris and Euphrates, which is a nice, excellent classic that happens to be out of print right now, as well as maybe some cooperative games where we've maybe played multiple characters, such as Pandemic. Also maybe some nice light card games like Rivals for Catan. We actually have the Uncharted board game that we're thinking about playing today. It's not intentionally intended for 2 players, but it does play pretty well with 2. We also have the Ticket to Ride Nordic Countries, which is specifically designed for 2 to 3 players, and Stone Age, which is worker placement, and just worker placements work well for 2. And it looks like our drinks are here now.
Awesome.
You want to go over what you ordered?
Thank you,
All
sir.
right, the Anderson Valley's Bourbon aged stout, Bourbon barrel aged stout, and a Big E root beer.
Awesome,
Awesome.
thank you.
Uncharted is a hand management and action point allowance game designed by Hayato Kisaragi. Sorry, I'm terrible with names. Check it out on Board Game Geek. We'll put a link down below here. It's rated pretty well. I enjoyed it the few plays that we have done. Probably the only reason we haven't played it more is we do have a good sized collection. If we played every game we play each day, we still wouldn't have opened every game we own. So we're gonna jump right into playing. And I am starting my turn here.
So you untap, but this is the first turn, so there's nothing to untap.
Yep, there's nothing to untap, so I'm going to, I think I'm going to start by running, which lets me draw a card. And then I can play a card, so I'm going to play.
Yep. Remind you to have to pay the cost.
Cost is 0.
Wow.
What?
Oh, I didn't even know you. Try running as well, because I need to lose some weight for my fatty fat.
Fatty fat, fat, fat.
Oh, look, another one of these. I guess I'm going to use, alright, you're supposed to.
Yes.
5 days when you use it for.
Yes. You're resting it. You're not tapping it.
Yeah.
No, not tapping.
I'm going to set up that. I'm going to play a search marker on that guy.
Interesting.
Alright, so now we go into the attack damage. Well, damage. When neither of us attacked anything. Except maybe that haircut. Seriously.
What?
You look like a, I don't even know.
What?
We just get the lead marker. Alright, so then we come around to a round, and we untap. For those of us who play Magic.
Stand.
Untap.
Licensing. Okay, so I think I'm going to play that to place a search marker. I'm going to play 1 there.
Look at you.
I'm going to use my map drawn in invisible ink, tapping.
Did you have a candle by chance to read that map?
Nope. And that allows me to play an extra search marker if I tap another thing, which I am, and I will break that.
Oh snap.
So we each
Each
get our
get a
tokens
coin.
back, and we each get a VP.
It's because I'm in discard land and there's nothing else to resolve because that was kind of a,
That was a dud.
yeah, we're in the real deck.
So at this point, I am drinking a creme brulee stout. Oddly enough, it tastes a little bit like creme brulee.
Who would have thought?
I know.
Don't think there's a hand size either, right?
Are we done with the round?
I think we are.
All right.
No more, no less.
Stand, stand. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing I did last turn to place 2 search tokens, which breaks this, giving me a card draw
Look at you.
and a VP.
Oh snap, open enemy.
So we skipped one part of the rules because it wasn't particularly relevant early on in the game, but the guard has been attacking us each turn, and we were supposed to be resting a card to defend against it. That occurs at the end of the round? Yes.
Attack each player to deal damage.
Yes. Okay, so and that occurs after your turn. Now that we have 2 enemies, they might actually do enough damage to bust through our defense.
You gotta be tricksy. Hawkins isn't playing.
Go ahead.
You went?
I went.
Oh my, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna play a card. It's just a cool thing to do.
Ooh.
I'm gonna get rid of these 2 guys. Now I have some attacky tack. I guess I'm going to search.
Okay.
And so now we move into damage.
We do. Alright, so in order for us to block the damage, first the guard is going to attack. So you must rest a standing card to block the guard.
Falcon Punch.
Now you must rest a standing card to block the enemy soldier. He has attack of 1.
Oh, come on.
Okay, so we're both fine. Stand. Stand.
This is like church. I have to keep stand-ups.
Stand, rest, stand, rest, stand, rest. First, we're going to place a search token,
Oh, shit.
breaking this.
We each get 3 points.
You do each get 3 points. And I may play 1 card with a cost of 3 or less from my 4 or less from my hand without paying its cost. I'm going to play a gun without paying its cost.
She's got a gun.
My additional action this turn is going to be I'm going to tap those 2 to be able to place a search marker on that guy.
You good?
I'm good.
Draw a card and see what that yields. Oh snap. Can't play it. I guess I'll do some soul searching of my own. Alrighty, so we go into damage.
Damage phase.
And
Defend and defend. 2 defense you need. We all have our defense stand cards. So this game is pretty fast paced once you get the hang of it.
the box actually suggests that it should only take you 30 to 60 minutes. So if you're 4 hours into it, you're probably doing it wrong.
Okay, I'm going to place a search marker on this one, so we each get 1.
Stuff nice.
That is the objective.
That sounds like you. Oh, 0 is now a special text. So whenever this enemy attacks, discard the top card of the action deck. Unless that card is 0, this enemy gains +2 attack. She gets +2 attack. Also, he's an RPG soldier, so apparently he attacks with d20s.
Yep, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think we really need to get some attack. We suck.
Yeah, we do need to get some attacks. I'm going to do some card draw instead for my second half. Okay. That's not a bad thing to have gotten.
That's what she said.
You're welcome. So like I said in the description when I said we were going to play this game, you notice that we've kind of been just kind of putzing about collecting treasures, but now we're starting to get overrun. If we don't deal with some of these enemies soon, we're going to get hit.
I'm going to discard those. So now I've got all the guns.
You got 7.
I do.
Okay, well they attack, so start by discarding the top card of the deck.
Alright. Well,
That's action deck.
it's the adventure, right?
Yeah.
The action deck. Okay, so it costs 0. So unless it costs 0, this enemy gains +2.
Oh, so he gains 0. Nice.
So you still need to defend against the
Defend against 2. You defended?
I did.
Good job.
Woo! Did I get a sticker?
Nope.
Of course not.
Okay. Well,
Maybe your yellow cards. So I apparently have 3 arms and I've got a pistol in each.
yeah, I'm thinking that I'm going to place a search token on here. And I'm going to place a search token on there.
Could you? I think I'm gonna attack that guy and punch him in the face.
Okay, which one?
Mr. Annoying here.
The RPG? Alright.
Yeah. Sorry.
Tap all 3 of
All the
those.
things. And I gain 2. Could you move me up 2?
Look at you taking the
Oh,
lead.
another one. So all other enemies gain +1 health. I'm gonna be done.
You're going to pass?
Yeah, I don't feel like taking stuff.
Okay, defend. 3 damage.
Yep.
Stand, stand, stand. I am going to place 2 more tokens on that guy, which lets me draw 2 cards and take 1 VP. 2 cards, please.
It's confusing me.
Okay, the Byzantine gold coin. Whenever a player with 1 or more search markers on his card uses a special effect of blue, yellow, or green, the color of that card he or she discards does not have to be the same as the color of the effect. Therefore, you can discard a red card to take a blue special effect. You can discard a yellow card to take a green special effect.
I'm like blonde. Do you really expect me to think here?
Nope.
Oh my god.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go in swinging here and kill this guy that pumps everyone else. Take 1 for the team. So I get a whole walking point for that.
Does bump you back into the lead.
Oh, that's PvP.
You may choose different players.
Unfortunately, unless my split personality Dennis comes to play, but she's a dick. I don't really like it.
Yeah.
So we're down to 2 guys. First card. Dennis, not my pick.
So, damage phase. Defend 2. Alright, now stand. My first action on my turn, discard 2 cards.
That's a discard. Must be nice.
Then I think I'm going to go on a fighting spree.
By fighting spree, you mean killing a guy because.
I am indeed going to kill a guy. For 7 damage, I will hit him because I've got that. So,
You gain a point.
I gain a point.
Oh my. Scout. Well, at least it's an easy choice since copies of the same shitty card. Oh, well. Card.
Alright, so defend against 2 damage.
No.
Good.
Yep.
Stand. I'm going to place 2 markers. 1 there. There. In 2 days it'll be our day. Did somebody say you need more men? Sorry. If you haven't seen it, go watch Dorelius and Associates. Right now, we'll wait. It's cool.
Just pause us.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna maul the scout.
You gonna kill the scout?
So I'm really getting into my character. Oh, we're in the special cards.
Ooh, a boss.
Whenever a player attacks this enemy, he or she discards the top card of the action. During the attack, this enemy gains +X health where X is the cost of the card at the end of each round. Deal 2 damage to the players with the most VP. Holy shit.
We have to defend against 4. I can defend against 4.
I can only defend against 3. I guess I'm gonna take 1.
And you're gonna
Special.
take 2 more for being the
Yeah.
most VP. So you're at
Plus
4 or
I'm
less.
at 4, so I'll be drawing.
I am tempted to go after the tank. I think I'm going to attack the tank. Please discard the top card.
Adventure.
He gains health. 2.
X is the cost.
So I failed to attack him. That was my go. I'm going to draw a card as my next action in hopes of getting something.
Alright, so you're set.
Yes.
Well, for being at 4 life or less, I'm gonna draw 1. See if that helps the
You
situation.
can discard a green to use the special
Okay,
effect.
so we're gonna- Right, that's how that works?
You don't get to use the effect on the
No,
card
but I get to use the green effect.
to do 2 additional actions.
So one, we're gonna draw another card.
Okay.
So if I replace that with that.
Yeah, you can go for it.
I'm gonna pitch yet another copy of Run, so I've got 11 here.
Okay.
And for my last action, I'm gonna go swinging balls deep. Let's see.
Well,
0. Yeah.
well, how much do you have?
11. Let me do it again.
You don't have 11. Oh, well, you already discarded your.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, you have to do the. Yep. Okay. You may not have had to discard run, was all I was saying.
Well,
You don't discard run until you choose to. So, okay, good job. 5.
he's gone.
Draw a new one.
Oh, good, another guy. When this appears, deal 1 damage to each player, then deal 1 more damage to the players with the most BB. So I take what, 2?
You take 2. You're
2.
blinking.
Bing, bing.
You might want to start discarding some blue cards to heal.
Hey, listen.
Pretty much.
Hey, just listen.
Okay, so
Now
we
I have
ready
to
to defend?
Yeah, 2 guys, right? For 3.
3 damage.
Yes. Just made it.
All right, stand. For 1 action, I'm going to play this green card, which costs me 0. And at this point, I can activate my special ability. So whenever I defeat somebody, I draw a card. And in doing so, I'm going to discard this to boost my attack past 7. So my attack is now 10. I'm going to hit this guy.
Annihilate him for 2 points.
2 points,
Oh, look, something that's not something trying to kill us.
and I'm going to draw a card, please.
Alright, I'm going to start by getting my free draw. Wow, that's pretty good. That stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to play this. Then I can recover 3 life and discard it.
Yes.
So I'll go back up to 5, which doesn't let me draw anymore, but...
Defend against 1 attack.
Bink.
Alright, we're good. Now.
It'll be funny if we just get like Haley like, you're playing it all wrong.
God.
Oh. I was channeling Blonde that day.
I'm going to put 2 search markers onto this guy.
And break it.
Break it for 2 VP.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about when we say break something, we're talking about smash up when you break the base by having enough attack on it.
And I get to stand a card in my thing for it, and I already took the VP, and that is my turn.
Oh, he's just big.
He's 2 and 10. Oof, he's big meat.
Feisty. I'm going to search for on that.
Let's see. That does give you extra attack.
It does. It doesn't help me this turn. So now we have to defend against 3.
Defend against 3.
And somehow I'm just like blocking with pistols.
Yeah.
With my 3 arms.
Yeah. Alright, so stand, we're good.
Untap, keep, draw.
So I'm going to start by attacking this big bad for 2, 4, 6, 7. Discard a card to make that 10. And can you move me up 3 and then hand me a card?
Green, right?
Yeah.
Could you already up to 15? I almost said 20. I'm stupid.
Okay, so next up, I will
I'm holding a which are you?
place a marker on that
Oh, so
to break it. So we each get our 1 VP.
Nope, you had the majority.
Ah,
You're great. I believe it's the majority. Would
Right.
really make sense for everybody.
Oh.
Oh, good. Now we've got like a ninja assassin sniper soldier.
when this enemy appears, deal 2 damage to the turn player. Okay, well, you may use this effect when you would be dealt damage by an effect to avoid the damage completely. So, I've avoided.
Screw you. About 3, 4, 5, 6. Make it 9 and go after the sniper. Take him out so I get 2 points. I'm red, right?
Yep.
Not hard. We're getting down there.
We are nearly complete in our adventure. Defend against 1. 2.
Dos Equis?
Thank you. You saved me from taking damage.
Oh, well, in that case, no, just, it's just 1. Wink, wink.
Alright.
No, I'll be good.
Okay.
I'm blonde and too dumb to be a bad sport.
Very much. So, for one action, I'm going to attack that guy and kill him off.
Wow.
Chivalrous, right? Okay, and that allows me to draw a card.
Did you move your guy?
I did.
Oh, we have a Gatling Gunner. When this enemy appears, deal 1 damage to each player, then deal 1 more damage to the player with the most BP. You able to use your cheap thing?
I am.
Hey, that puts me at 4. I get to do my stuff again.
I am going to follow that up with
A big old cock. Just cock slap him to death.
playing a search marker on that.
You're good?
I'm good.
So I get to get my free card again. Woohoo. Alright, so I'm gonna marker on this because I can't do any of the discards without it. So I'm gonna use green to give myself 2 more actions. One of which is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I'm at 8 because I'm below 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna punch him.
You're gonna hit the big bad.
Punch him in the nuts.
Okay.
I get 2. I still have a action, right?
You still have 1 action.
Is that like? It's a very lightsaber looking
It
Tibetan
is.
knife. I don't know what's going on with that.
Alright, so we're good?
Yeah, we finally get to skip. Yeah. Words are hard. Skip damage.
No damage.
Yay.
Alright, so I'm going to play 2 clue tokens.
Take my free card.
'Cause you're at 4.
Actually, I guess we're gonna place a thing on there. To charge a card. And that's all I can do.
Okay. Defend against your no damage.
Whee!
Alright, so for my action this turn, I'm going to trigger putting 2 tokens on here, which breaks it,
Good for you with your 7.
and gives me 7 BPs. All you have to do is play 1 extra token on it. So 24. If you played 1 more,
Oh, we're just about
you could have played another search.
Kind of.
Yes, you could have. And if you had, you would have taken me on it. Anyway, carry on.
So I get my free draw. So I'm going to draw a token of that. So I have to put that down.
Okay. That's fair.
No more.
No damage to defend.
Yeah, we took care of this boss.
Okay, well, I'm going to, again, place some fucking search tokens. And I'm going to start by placing 1 there. Break that for 2.
Do you break me?
This guy.
Alright. So you gave yourself a 2, it looks like.
Yeah, I did.
We got 1 card left, so we're getting pretty close to the end of the game. This one you may play one card with a cost of $5 from your hand without paying it.
Ah, interesting. And for my second one, I'm placing it there, which gives you the 3 VP.
What else did not give me the 2 cards?
No,
Really?
we said that the action gets executed by the person who breaks it. So,
Okay.
correct me if I'm wrong, but the end game is...
When one of the decks runs out, play until the end of the round.
So 2 actions.
So you're at 3 actions
Spend 1 action.
to draw. Hey, that makes sense.
And it didn't help.
If it was a green card, you would have been golden.
Let's break that. So make it 2. And as usual, we can wait, you have to resolve damage.
Resolved at 0 damage!
Still waiting. I think they're all on coffin break.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's Uncharted. It plays fast, relatively simple. One of the new things we're doing with the new format of the show is to kind of do a little wrap-up eval of the game and how it played with 2 people. So what do you think of playing it with 2?
Well, I forgot this game actually has some PvP elements where you can like do damage to another player. So it is very in your face. You might have noticed we're not being really aggressive with punching people for points.
I enjoyed it. I thought that it was strategic enough without being too difficult. Pretty fast play at the end of the day. I mean, it wasn't horribly long. Yeah, reasonable, right?
Yeah, nice lightweight. Well, maybe qualify as medium weight.
It can get a little heavy if you play with more than 2, but playing with just 2, it's pretty fast, pretty light.
It's so heavy.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, Internet. We'll look for you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers, Internet.